Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. How you guys doing? Hello, hello. First of all, hi Martine, hi Schnoo, hi El, hi Nord, hi Molten, hi Darkvolt, hi Gamer, hi Ed, hi everyone, hi Cat, hi Frog, hi everybody, hi Nico. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. So hello. Today we are not playing D&D. We're talking about D&D, which is almost as good. Hi Jesse, hey! Yeah, so guys, welcome in. Oh, as soon as I started stream, my cat decided it's time to meow, so use that meowing toffee emote in chat if you hear her. But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about our first episode of our D&D campaign, Ballad of Ennersval. We're gonna talk a little bit about player characters. We'll look at their stats. We'll look at some of their art references, and we'll talk about our favorite moments of the game. And then we'll look at the fan art that people did over the week, because the amount of stuff people made is crazy. It's crazy. It's terrifying. Frankly, from one episode, it's terrifying, and I'm so excited to look at it all together and discuss. And yeah, just have a good time. And if you guys have any favorite moments or questions about the game, in specific parts of the stream, I will ask you guys to weigh in, and we'll be able to discuss things. Yes. All right. Well, I think it's time to go say hi to our players.
Operation.
Oh my god. Hi.
Here we go again.
Hello. Hello. How are you guys
There's
doing?
a voice in my head.
Oh no. Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
Oh, good now you're here.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice, jolly good, pip pip. Yeah, well, chat, let us know how the audio is. If I need to balance it, I will. But yeah, who do we have here? Look at these beautiful, scrunkly little faces.
Yes.
Left to right, whom star you?
Oh, well, hey, I'm Artie. I play Kova, or Yukova Nettlefoot, in The Ballad of Ennersval.
Hello, I'm Swifty. I play Ritz. Ritz.
I just want to have that exhale expression.
Very good, very good.
Hello, I'm Schnoo. I play Kari in this campaign, Kari of the Moonbear.
Oh, very nice, very nice. I think we'll have Rep joining us shortly. And yeah, welcome in, guys. I'm so happy to see you back on the channel. Here's the thing. Over the week, we couldn't contain ourselves, and we talk a little bit about the game, a little bit. But every time we start talking, we're like, okay, stop. We need to, we need to have chat involved in this, because it's only right. You guys were here. So we tried to steer away from any in-depth conversations. But yeah, today is the day. We discuss it all. We will look at some art. And yeah, speaking of art, take a look at these beautiful foogies. Who
my
made all of these, I wonder? Who?
Well, I made Kova, and Wick is soon to come.
Yes.
And I did the Ritz and the Carry and the V.
Yes. So
Yeah.
good. I love them so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
Yeah.
I love how much energy is being captured in all of these.
Very, very cute. Very, very cute. And I'm very happy you'd also made me. Oh, so cute.
Yeah. I just imagine your little avatar going like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the anime evil laugh.
Yeah. Villainy.
She's a bit
It's a bit
quiet.
quiet.
Then going, oh, I'll try to
Jinx.
bump him up.
It's because this time. Oh,
Alrighty.
maybe it's because the sock of my microphone. I don't know.
Maybe. All right, let us know how it is now. But yeah, so guys, since we are recapping the first episode today, it's only right that we do a little bit of a recap. and discuss anything that we thought interesting, curious, exciting, etc. So, to give you guys a little refresher, the gang met in the. Oh, hi, Rip.
Hey, Rip.
Yeah. You have time. I'm doing a little bit of a review of what happened so far, so you have a little time. It is very early for Rep, so it's only fair to give her a little bit of time. But yeah,
Thank you so much, Reb, even though it's super late for being here.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so what happened is the gang met in the forest, at a little camp where travelers far and wide are on the road to Ennersval or from it, and the gang met up, has had a chill 5 minutes about so, and then
with the whiskey.
yeah, and then shit hit the fan, and
Yeah.
and there was a strange flash of magical light on the horizon, an explosion, and soon after, a mysterious stranger on a horse with a strange box in his hands was galloping towards the camp, died in Kova's arms. Poor boy. And hello.
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 That is not Wick. Who is this imposter?
There's a possum in the chat.
New party member?
Oh my god.
Who's
Spoilers.
familiar is this?
Welcome in. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So yeah, I'm
Seriously,
giving.
when do we get Melvin in here, though?
Oh my god. You already have your own Melvin, which is the raccoon.
I need more Melvins!
Oh.
You also had a raccoon thing going? Wait.
Wait, how many of us have raccoons?
Oh no! Do you guys all have raccoons?
Oh.
History.
See,
Ah.
I had a big raccoon. A really big raccoon. Yeah.
Oh, mine's
Me
pretty
too,
small.
but all raccoons are big to me.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. All right.
Same
So yeah,
size.
what happened is they saw this strange guy. He said, "Oh my god, guys, it didn't die. It's coming this way. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, dead." And they were left with the strange box and a creature that was hobbling towards the camp. It is, how Puffling put it, very French shape. Very French shape. I'm actually gonna put
Yeah.
the art
Little
on
cutie.
screen. Yeah, just a little cutie. Just look at this little cutie. Aren't they nice? Aren't they nice?
When are they getting a
very
chibi?
smoochable.
Yes, very adorable. For some reason, the gang decided not to stay and chat with this lovely fella and his little shadowy companions and skedaddled. Unfortunately, one of the other travelers died on the way. Speaking of lovely, thank you, Nord, for the sub. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Hey,
Mwah.
thank you.
Have a
Rest in peace, Jonah.
yeah, rest in peace, Jonah. Enjoy those emotes, and yeah, have a lovely time. But yeah, so Jonah, the stable hand, died in the meantime. The gang rushed towards the city and was able to create some distance between themselves and the creature, and found deep in the night a farmhouse that was, luckily for them, protected by a ring of like fairy ring protection from pixies living in this forest. And Svante, the farm owner, opened his arms and his house to these travelers, to the NPCs traveling with our guys, and the fellas themselves. And they stayed there for the night, discussed many things, and we're gonna delve into some of the conversations today. And in the morning, decided to go and petition the pixies for help, because clearly their magic was strong enough to keep this creature at bay for the whole night. And that's where we stopped, which is going to be the point where we begin next Friday. But for now, we will discuss what were our favorite moments. And we're going to do like our favorite moments for every player. So we're going to focus on what everyone did. And then in the end, if you must, you might give me some compliments, but that's the order. Yeah. So chat. please someone give me a roll of d4. So exclamation point roll space 1d4, and we'll see which player we discuss first.
Martina, I'm so super distracted from the Brush Called Bee movie.
Oh shit. I'm a very serious artist. Do you want to see what it does? It creates a full script of B movie.
I have it too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Look at it. Beautiful.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Yeah, it's
No.
How does it work so well? Excuse me.
That's really good.
don't worry about it. I'm a very
It's like
serious
a-
artist, clearly.
Yeah, SCP like static sort of like.
Mm-hmm.
monster,
Yeah.
you know?
Very
I
nice,
hope you
very
hide
nice.
that in your
Uh-huh.
professional artwork.
Yeah.
I shall. All right,
Watermark
so
with the bee
who do we
movie.
have? Oh, yeah, we have Martina rolled a 1. So,
Mhm.
Artie, I'll start with you.
God, always
Oh
the
my
first.
god, always the first. Oh my god. Yeah, so we'll talk first about our favorite cover moments. Everyone can have one, maybe two if you're nasty. But chat also can weigh in, and we're gonna read out favorite moments for cover from chat. So who wants to start?
Hmm. I liked that Kova was so quick to rush up to the body. I thought that was very good with the character. Like you know that they're trying to be helpful. Seeing how they interact, like phasing out, and getting into that sort of like automatic behavior, I thought was like a nice touch. And obviously the performance in the voice, the quiet sort of like, oh no, I'm just like a little scrawny little fella. Please don't touch me. I'll cry and piss myself. All of that was great.
That's exactly him.
Yay!
Amazing. Also,
love
Goat says this cover is their favorite character, which is lovely.
Aw.
Yes. I was gonna say I loved the bit when we were being chased on the cart. When Kova did the big team up with Carrie, and the way that Kova cast the magic, I thought was like a really cool description, and it was just awesome to see him like step up in like that moment of action.
Yes, absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I like when the bit with Kova and Ritz, and the how sweet that was.
Mhm,
It was-
yeah.
it was good. I like the Kova sleeping like a cat on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, both were very cute. Pori says, Kova's stressy moments after Jonah has been rattling in my brain. Yeah. Also, Puffling says, I liked how he took an item from the fallen. Mm-hmm. Yes, very good. Oh, hi,
Yeah, what's with
Finty.
that?
Oh, yeah, well.
Well,
I do like actually that, obviously without gonna divulge more than the party said during the session, but I do like how Kova was talking with Ritz about their backgrounds and just immediate, very natural progression between the two of them. How Ritz found at least one of Kova's secrets, which is his strange mutant appearance, and like immediately the characters had some juicy things to discuss. I love that.
Yeah, there's so much that Ritz wants to ask.
Yes. Darkworld is asking, did you rig the session? Me? I would never. Never. But Archie, what's your favorite Kova moment?
it's a toss up. The Ritz and Koba moment was really, really like when he was in the chair, and Ritz was being very compassionate was very good. But I think the favorite moment is when we're like, there's obviously something gonna happen in that camp, and once it happened and like shit hit the fan and it was getting crazy, getting so quickly to explore how Kova acts in tension and situations with a lot of people around him, which is not usually the case, and in danger, was very interesting, and I really enjoyed. Because normally he's like in a forest on his own. So this is not really like he doesn't have to have social graces normally.
I got a question for you, Oi.
Yes.
When you played Kova in the session, did he react the way that you thought he was going to, or did you did he kind of taken on a life of his own a little bit?
I had a quick jump in character from the one-on-one I had with Vignette, where it was just his backstory, and the 2-on-1 with Wick, because Reb is very good at describing like actions and visuals outside of just conversation.
Yes.
And that quickly caused me to pick up like more of that for Kova, because the item pickup stuff, I have made sense of it and I've got reasons for it and everything, but that wasn't a plan that I had like a week before. It was pretty much something that I thought of during the session with Reb. But it makes a lot of sense. I just haven't really played much D&D with a lot of like in-depth descriptive things from players. So that's actually an interesting thing that changed so quickly in the character.
That's awesome.
It's such a great character detail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nico says DM manipulating things to get the way. That's the thing. I didn't really need to manipulate that much. Like, all of these players are amazing at like connecting and describing things and being proactive. So really, I, for a lot of it, just let things happen and just added little sprinkles of information to further the direction that they are already heading, which is, easy peasy lemon squeezy for me. Like, I think one thing the DM is, I think, encouraged to do is describe the visuals of players or characters' reactions to them. Because a lot of the time, especially when characters have their own secrets and their hidden motivations, when they're not saying anything doesn't mean there's nothing coming out, So I try to just leave space and clues for the characters to discover things themselves, and the rest is made by players.
I think what was great is like I like having linear starts. I think for all four of us, we care quite a lot about narrative in stories. So same with like RP and stuff, but like I think the narrative comes first, becomes the driving force. And anything like, even if there are possible areas for like player derailment, none of us are interested in that. Like we want to see where the story is going, and even if that is like railroady to other players, like for us it's a stronger linear story that we want to follow. And it's a bit like being in an escape room. You're not going to spend time working on something that like doesn't make sense. You're going to try and like put all your eggs into the things that are the most important. So getting out from monsters chasing us when it's very apparent that we are not like being successful and we're going to die, like we'll get out of here. We'll try and like create as much space together and work together to do that. I think that works out very well, especially for session 1.
I think as well with the fact that the first thing that we faced was some weird fucking aberration where nobody in this crew has any familiarity with, so everyone got like an even playing ground in terms of this is fucked up.
Yep, for sure. I think it's gonna be less clear and forward, like pushing you guys in a few sessions, because when you get to the city, there's gonna be a lot of different avenues of doing things open to you, and that's another thing I will show in a very obvious manner, that hey, there are different ways to approach things. So you will have opportunity to enact your own will into the world, and I'm very excited how it happens. Also, Shnu hated that.
Shnu hated it.
Open choices, fuck you.
Get the fuck out of here, I'm leaving.
Yeah, also Ed, thank you so much for giving a gift sub to Weeb. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Weeb, enjoy those emotes. Yes. Welcome back.
I was wondering, I was like, I don't hear anyone anymore.
We missed you, Shnu.
I got disconnected completely.
Yes. Pori says, as a person who can't stop making soberly resigned characters, I really appreciated their DMing. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Weeb is donating a sub to Ed. Holy shit.
Oh,
What a what a wholesome little exchange. Look at you guys. But yeah, thank you, Pori. But we'll get to me when we finish complimenting these four Goombas. So we'll talk about like DM choices at the end, because I'm thinking about a couple of things I want to discuss. You're having a couple squabble in chat. Oh, understandable. Listen, if the squabble results in me getting subs, I don't complain. Very good. Oh, Chili Penguin says, I've been a DM for a long time and I love that idea. I've never heard anyone emphasize the importance of meaningful responses without the need for the players to initiate insight checks or something. Yeah. I think here's the thing, and I'm learning this right now actually as I'm DMing. That's the cool thing about D&D. You always learn how to be a better storyteller. And this year is the year that I'm learning that I should only call for checks if they can change something or like push a story forward in a meaningful way. If a check is not meaningful, if all it does is like a useless roadblock, because some roadblocks are very interesting and make players think creatively, and some just delay whatever the second step is, you know? So I'm trying to, in the moment, always decide, do I need a check from them, or can I just rely on something that is obvious? Oh my gosh.
That's a cool way to think about it.
Yeah. Also, thank you for the sub.
Another one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Communicating body language and what they're doing causes players to have a suspicion for an insight check a lot faster too.
Yeah, that's true. That's very good. Also, oh my gosh, we're already next to a hype train. That's crazy. Thank you, Goat. Thank you, Goat. Well, let's find who's the next person we're gonna compliment. So, guys, roll me a D3 in chat, please.
Well, whilst the rolls
Hey,
happen,
dog.
it seems my internet is cutting out quite a bit. I'm just going to restart Discord. And see what
No
is
problem.
happening.
All right. So we have two, which is Reb and Wick. Bah. All right. So I immediately have a moment I want to steal, which is Wick poking and prodding at the at the box. Also, oh my gosh, guys, thank you for all the biddies. Thank you.
Oh, please.
But yeah, like the poking and prodding of the box was so cute and also so in character. And the fact that she sat down, was like, I give up, and then 2 seconds later, wait a second, and back to prodding. Amazing.
Yeah.
Also, Ed, thank you for the sub to doing.
Yeah, I had fun with that because it was both like in character Wick would want to just keep going at this box, and also me recognizing we don't have the tools to open this box right now probably, but what if we do?
But what if we do? I mean, that's true because your character has some tool proficiencies, and I think that makes sense. What's another good favorite moment about Wick? Doig, thank you for 100 bits. Thank you.
Ooh, I got one.
Yes.
One of my favorite interactions in the whole episode was when Wick was about to investigate the box for the first time and Kova was like, no, but don't. Wick was like halfway to trying to open it immediately. It's just so funny. And the floor time as well.
Yeah.
I really appreciated in general like how much Wick was looking out for Kova as well just through the whole episode. And if I can sneak a second one in there, because Wick's just really good.
Sure.
I really liked how Wick confronted Ritz. Because Wick was the only one who would take a hard line with him. And I thought that was cool, and sometimes he needs that, and it's awesome to have a character who's like willing to confront him directly about stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I love a good like obviously in character like inner party discourse kind of thing where it's like wait a second and being that like during the one shot it was like the same thing with
Yes.
with the bird with what was your bird's name? What was
Bird's name?
the
Oh,
Swifty,
the
what was your
little
character?
robot bird and the
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, yes.
Finch.
Yes.
Finch.
Finch.
Finch. Yeah.
Finch. I didn't know if you were talking about Wick's one shot with me, and I was like, secrets I will never know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Finch being like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is I remember this.
Yes,
Mhm.
deja vu.
I remember this feeling.
For me, it's so funny to me how Wick and Kova interact with each other.
Yeah.
Because Wick doesn't change like their act or anything. They're still this tough personality, but they just like take Kova with them, and then just like go on with their thing. They're just still like grumbling, like looking out, but have a little guy on the back now.
Mhm. Very
It's
cute.
just so immediate that they're just like hanging out. It's great.
Yeah. Okay, who hasn't had a Wick moment yet?
I have not, because I was literally starting everything.
Yes. Let us know.
I really liked your description of Wick, like straight away. I always find I kind of struggle to make that flow quite nicely, and that was an excellent job of like describing all the details, hinting at the things like the appearances, like the little furnace vents, and like creating all of the intrigue for the character, but not like over describing anything.
Aww.
And I thought that was really nice. The other fun thing was finding out Wick's hyperfixation or special interest like very fast. And I felt like that was super fun. And seeing like a genuine sort of like reaction to a thing, like, oh yes, puzzle box activated. I thought that was very nice.
Yes.
And it starts to feel like a real character at that point. Like it feels like a character with details behind him, with a history, likes and dislikes. It comes through very, very nicely.
I'm glad. Yay! Oh.
Yay! Puri says the cowboy urge to have a little guy companion. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Also, Gid says, Wick, I've only had Kova for a day and a half, but if anything happens to him, I would kill all of you and then myself. Yeah. Very good reference. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I get
Reb.
fun, like,
Oh, yeah, go on.
I was just gonna add, like, I get fun like Spike vibes from Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, it comes through.
I've not watched Cowboy Bebop, but people when I was like designing Wick, people were like, "You should look at Cowboy Bebop reference."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You're so right."
I'm actually glad that you haven't watched it. I've only seen a few episodes myself. But some of the stylings, relationship, just the cool factor is definitely matching that scale. So it's nice that you haven't engaged with the material, so that you find like who Wick is rather than like, oh yeah, that's a cool character that can influence me. I think
Right.
that worked out quite well.
Yeah,
He's
I
got
definitely
that effortlessly cool thing going on.
Yeah.
I definitely Cowboy Bebop and Trigun, which I also haven't watched, but Trigun's coat specifically, I was like, I want it. Thanks.
Taking it, mine.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's like
Mr.
always the
Trigun.
cool character who sees the cool jacket and is like, I want that. I need
Yeah.
that. I must.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, Reb, what's your favorite Wick moment?
Oh, I don't know what to say, like how much to say that would like give stuff away, but I always enjoy when I get to have a little moment that reads a certain way to people and also has a double meaning because I know
Yes.
my character's backstory.
Yes.
And I liked being able to make a decision like when like in the time with, because we're all level 1 characters, and it's like, how would my super cool adventure character who's always like really just mysterious and intimidating react in like an emergency? And being able to decide like, nope, she's getting the fuck out of there, she's running, it's time to go. Like when it was like chase scene moment was like, okay, this is a thing that I've decided about this character, is that she's like, we're going, bye, pick up your shit, we're running.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, and just being able to like just dive into the character towards the end, like with the Ritz and Kari interactions was really nice. That was really fun.
Very,
I
very
loved the
good.
collar grab. The way you did that was so good.
Yeah.
Like, what's this? Let me check that out. Yoink.
Yeah.
That was
Wick-
both because like Wick's wisdom is really low, or what she's not smart, so she's impulsive and wants to. She's like, I think there's something here, and there's nothing there. And also, I was like, my resolution on the stream is so low, I don't know what that symbol is.
I see. How useful.
That's funny. That's really good, actually.
Pori says, I liked little character things like her prepping ahead of time when spookies were approaching. Yes. I think here's one thing that is difficult, right? Playing a badass character on level 1. Right?
Yeah.
It's so difficult because you have backstory and you have like cool shit and you wanna be cool, but then you're just a little guy who like a gnoll like sneezes at you and you die, right? Like
Yeah.
it's a very difficult balance to tread. So I always try to, at least in narration and in how characters around you react, to show that someone has standing or has that aura of badassery around them. Maybe they can't fell a dragon right now, but they have the capacity and they have the will to reach those heights, you know?
Yeah.
So with Wick, I think it's very clear that she doesn't shy away from battle, but she also knows when to be smart about things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now we have 2 players left. So someone roll a D2 in chat, and we'll decide between Swifty and Shnu. All right. Well, Shnu, get ready. We shall be complimenting you. So our favorite Kari moments. What do you guys think?
I really enjoyed the way Kari reacted as soon as danger arrived. Immediately getting the box, immediately like circling around and knowing like, oh, they have a goal. I'm gonna like get this box away from people, analyzing what the danger is. It's like immediately reading that she has experience in this field. So interesting.
Yes. Very good first responder.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I love the way that she reacts to everything in a very, like, calm and analytical manner. You know, her reaction to seeing this weird husk ghoul thing being to, like, go and try different languages at it, trying to, like, speak into its mind, like, slowly figuring out and eliminating the possibilities of what it could be. Like, that's such a cool character trait to have.
Yes.
And just, like, every interaction with the party that Kari has, like, she bounces off everyone so well. Like, I feel like she's such a needed element in the group.
Absolutely. Such a balancing agent, I think. Also, Robo says being level 1 in heroic adventure game is almost counterintuitive, but you guys did an amazing job. Yes, and I think that also relates to Kari, where like my favorite moment for Kari was definitely going to inspect the sneaky spooky aberration and like getting so close to it. I was like, that's badass. Speaking of badass, we're being raided. Hi, Jess.
Hi.
Welcome in. Hi. How was your stream? We are doing a little bit of a review on our first D&D session we played together, which is Ballad of Ennersval, episode 1. And actually, I was editing it today, and I'm about to put it on YouTube over the weekend. So if anyone wants to see it on YouTube, you will be able to. I should probably link my YouTube channel now in case you wanna be aware when that goes live. Teehee.
We're gonna give it like different
I wonder
titles.
who has the link for that.
Oh, I wonder. Oh, oops, your link slipped.
We're gonna give the episodes different titles as well, or?
Well, here's the thing, right? I already have like titles for when we play on Twitch. If if my expectations for the episode are correct, I'm gonna leave them as is. If something goes fully differently, then I will rename them for the YouTube. But otherwise, I think it's good. Yes. Okay, I need to catch up on chat. Speaking of Kari, Gid says the way Kari wants to know her enemy before fighting them. Yes. Yes. I think they're referring to the same idea, I think. Just her being badass and going like, oh, I'm gonna inspect actually this eldritch horror. Yeah, I'm gonna look at it. Yeah. Amazing. Reb, did you have a moment for Kari?
Yeah, I loved. Well, I love her, just in general. And also I love how she like the whole bit with Ritz walking out the door and then having the telepathy still and being like, you're lying. And just how you like introduced the whole like the telepathy, like I don't remember what it's called in actual D&D, but
yeah, it's like mind link or something like that.
Yeah, like how you introduced that, and like it was really cool. And it's cool to also see, like, obviously, like, she's a very composed character and very balanced, and also see that she can be a little goofy. She can be a little silly.
Yeah, always have these moments of like hiding a smirk or something like that.
Yeah. And like I'm gonna keep talking about there's more.
Hell yeah.
The way that there's obviously a bond between Kari and Ritz from the session 0 or session 1.5 or whatever, where and she talked to him so kind and it was really good.
Yeah. Already checking in with each other.
Yeah.
And their little adoptive kid.
I love how good Carrie is with Greta. Like, while Ritz is panicking, Carrie's like checking in that Greta's actually okay and like being gentle and patient with her.
Ritz is also very good with her.
Speaking of that, let's talk about Ritz. That was actually one of my favorite things about Ritz, how compassionate he is, like, right off the bat. And honestly, one of the like moments I remember from the episode with like the most clarity and feeling is the moment that Ritz says, look, you might not want to be friends with me when we get to town, and it's fine. And it's clearly not fine, but he's like, yeah, I got this. I'm gonna be fine. And I saw just Chad being like filled with crying emojis, like, no. Yeah, it was so good.
It's so interesting to me that conversation specifically happened outside of Kova's like being there, and then they had the conversation afterwards without being informed about that conversation having happened. About him having like no clan and stuff. So Kova completely doesn't think anyone else knows, or that like it's that big of a deal. It's so interesting to me.
Well, I think as far as Ritz knows, he doesn't think Carrie or Wick fully do understand yet. So, and I think he would only feel comfortable telling you that, Kova, because you're also kind of an outsider to the whole system.
Yep.
Yeah, I liked that. It came from like, you know, beginnings with a confrontation between myself and Wick towards you, and I'm glad it didn't expand from there. And then what we got afterwards was Ritz and Kova like speaking. I thought that was a really good setup for that dialogue, and that happened organically, which is great.
That there's like so completely separate conversations, and only Ritz was there for both of them. So interesting.
Yeah, he has such different dynamics with both the groups now because of that, I think.
Yeah. But I really liked it.
It was so much fun to like role play in those moments with you guys.
Rob. Oh no. Well, Goat says, I have to say Indy immediately sold me on her character. Like I felt like I knew what he was about straight away. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I think Ritz is such a well-developed and fleshed out character already. I remember when we were discussing like Ritz's backstory and having our little chats, it was very clear what kind of character Ritz was, to the point where Indy and I had kind of like the same ideas onto what would be happening next without really communicating. because India's grasp on the character is so good.
Like your grasp is, I was like, maybe we could, and V was like, do this, and I was like, oh yes, I was gonna say that, yeah.
I think, in terms of my favorite Ritz moment, I think it's kind of a umbrella of the whole game where Ritz, obviously Ritz is, like, we talked about this a little bit before, where Ritz is this character that is like loud and will be present from the get-go, and it's hard normally to play those characters without overshadowing, but you did it in a way with Ritz where you like took other people's personalities so much into the game and dragged so much more like dialogue with other people, causing everyone to have like a moment. Like Ritz was such a fire starter for the session, I think.
Yes, absolutely.
It was so good.
Oh, I'm so happy about that. 'Cause, yeah, it's a little scary playing a loud character because you want to make sure that you are stepping off at the right moment to let people have their moments with their characters without needing to always be there.
Yeah.
All right. Did everyone have their Ritz moment? They disclosed?
Did I? I don't know.
No, I think you died. Yeah, I think you.
I died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You okay?
I'm so fine. It happens. I loved a lot of it, and I think the jovialness of Ritz, who is like, I don't know what else everyone said because I was gone in the void for a bit, but the like the age difference, and like he's like, how old is he, like 19 or
21.
Yeah.
21? He's so small, and it's like it reminds me of just like when you're young and you just have that optimism and that fire in you, and like it's I think for a lot of these characters who are very tired in their various ways, it's like it's refreshing to be like, oh, you're just like enjoyable and fun, and like you have your reasons that you are avoiding things, and like, we'll get to that eventually, but like you just seem to be like just happy-go-lucky and not malicious or anything, and it's really sweet, especially for Ritz's character design is so like could come across as like the troublemaker, like the bad guy character, and it's so cute to just be like, oh no, they're just wholesome.
He's just having a good time.
They're just having a good time, and their accent is cute, and they're just like, fucking aces, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, good.
Weeb says, really loved Ritz being hands-on and a bit oblivious, but then Soko was back and immediately recognized it was a sensitive issue and backed away. Yes. Really
so
cool
sweet.
moment.
It was
Pretty
so
cool.
well done. Oh.
And the bandages, the colorful bandages.
Yeah, very fun touch.
So cute.
Yeah.
All right.
I really like how I haven't got it yet. I really like with Ritz, like for one, just how each emotion is played out, like sort of to the max. That Ritz is a character who has like a ton of feeling and is just like wriggling to get it all out, but understands like, oh yeah, I need to take other feelings into account because like past traumas that are very obvious, like coming to surface. And how well you play Ritz as the kind of like so sort of like an avoidant character. Like they are trying to like get to the next activity because they don't want to deal with like the stuff that's in their head, so they need to like keep moving, keep like doing something. At the moment they're stuck somewhere, like being in our the situation in our duo session, that is like hell for Ritz, and that plays out really nicely.
Oh my gosh, I don't have to do any more role playing. Shnu, you got it.
Yay!
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that came across. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
And the compassionate moments, because that happened in our sessions, but also like in this like official session 1, your character's interaction with Greta, and for people watching, you would have heard the mention of the ball. Ritz asked Greta if she still had the ball that she was holding on to. Like all of these little moments, like Ritz knows exactly how to like just communicate with someone who is young and try and like inspire them. And it gives you that feeling like, oh yeah, they're giving someone a thing that they didn't receive. At least for me, like that's the feeling I get across, and that comes out very strongly, and it gives you that immediate attachment to a character.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry, dude.
Aww. Get appreciated.
Yeah.
Lovesick Sound says, India really nailed the artwork and vocal deliveries to communicate the character. Absolutely. This is something I do want to bring up. So every player made their own portrait for the character, which I think is so cool. Like it's not often everyone in the campaign is this amazing artist that can like beautifully illustrate the idea of the character immediately without going through like a different artist. So what you're getting is the like raw expression of the character, which is awesome. Yes.
They all came out so good. I think they look amazing together on stream as well.
Yeah, they really do.
So fun.
Yeah.
Pori says, I think it was with the little child early on when he was like trying to keep things under control in a really specific way, like a big brother who doesn't know if it will be okay but knows the kid needs to feel it is okay. Yes, absolutely. And in the future, we'll definitely see more moments of Ritz being protective because boy oh boy, the things that will happen.
V, don't you do anything, V.
What do you mean? I have to do things. I'm the DM.
Don't move.
I'm still at 3 strength.
All right. Well, India, what's your favorite Ritz moment?
I had thought. I think aside from just getting to meet everyone's characters, which is just so much fun to roleplay with you guys, like you're all amazing, and I had such a good time. I think my favorite moment with Ritz specifically was probably when he was treating Kova's wounds, because I started off as him trying to like do like just a good practical thing that was going to be helpful and be an action he could do to make things better. But I think getting to see that side of him was something that maybe wasn't expected for the other players in terms of kind of his focus on medical stuff. So it was nice to be able to get the opportunity to do that. And then it was also nice to accidentally uncover something huge that I didn't mean to about Kova's character, and then get the opportunity to kind of show the side of him where he like understands the value of people's privacy and secrets.
Yes.
It's such a specific like setup of events that had to happen for that to be discovered in session 1.
Right? Like what the heck? What are the odds?
Like Kova didn't have any spells left, Kari didn't have any spells left, which were the main healers, and then specifically a wound in the abdomen, and specifically being in a situation where it can be healed, and it was all like I was like, oh, it's gonna be like session like 20 or something. We're gonna get into this. Like this is gonna be so far. We're gonna have like a pool episode or something, and that's gonna be awkward.
Yay, beach
Session 1.
episode! Yeah. Well, that's the thing. When Ritz asked where is Kova's injury, my brain, like, here's the thing. When I DM, I just like try to race 2 steps ahead of you guys to build the best bridge to the next scene. So when Ritz asked, I was like, abdomen.
Oh, you sneak.
Yeah,
I
was
am
sitting there like,
sneak. I am sneak indeed. Well, listen, again, being a DM is half of the job is looking very carefully at what the players are doing and catching those like sparks of things that can lead to cool things, you know?
I think we both had at the same time that moment where I asked like, where's the wound? And we both had to like,
Yeah. Very, very cool. I loved it so much. All right. Well, did we compliment every player? We didn't forget anyone?
You.
Do we get to compliment you now?
Yeah.
Yes. So, chat, if you have any favorite moments from the session, let us know in chat. And yeah, Blaze, go ahead. Tell me how cool I am.
Yes. For me, I mean, I mentioned it before in what I think is my favorite part for Kova, and it's because you set it up so well, is the anticipation leading, like you described the camp short but sweet. Like, it wasn't too descriptive, but it worked really well. And then the like weird meteor thing that happened, even the like having not described the direction per se where it came from, and then being like, where did it come from? You're like, up, and I was going, oh, like,
Oh no.
in anticipation to that, and leading it up to be more and more like strange, because it started off like, oh, magic in the sky, oh, okay, shadowy beings, oh, maybe they're undead, they're not undead, oh, what's happening? And it kept being more weird and more dire of a situation. So that whole anticipation and then the like danger part was so well done.
Aw, thank you. Yeah, so this is actually something I discussed with Robo. Robo's in chat. Robo is the DM that DMs for me and Shnu in a Strahd campaign that we're playing right now. And Robo is a great DM. And Robo was talking to me about how the first session went, and he was like, it's so difficult to play horror in D&D, and you did it. And I'm like, yes! Good.
Yes.
Because it is indeed tough. I think while we are on like the first few levels, I'm trying to get as much mileage out of creating tense situations that players cannot get out of using their abilities. Because the more high, like the higher in levels you guys get, the more crazy opportunities and abilities you have to solve things. So for now, when your like abilities are so limited, I can play around with creating threats and horror situations that I will not really get away with that easily in the future, you know?
Yeah, I think you did a really good job at finding something that no one knows, because I think every character has their niches and their like knowledge things in this group. Like, I don't know, of course, which they are, but we're all like from such different parts of the world that picking like an aberration that is so strange to us was such a smart and well done decision.
Yeah.
And that monster is so scary.
Yeah.
Like the fact that it just follows you slowly.
Oh, this little guy? Oh, I don't know what you mean. He's such a
It
cutie.
doesn't do or say anything. It's just like, what's gonna happen if one of us tries to fight it? Probably
Yeah.
something awful.
Yeah,
But-
here's the thing. This thing hasn't done anything to you guys yet.
Yeah.
Absolutely
That's
nothing.
the scariest thing. That's
Yeah.
what's so terrifying about it.
Yeah, the strength sap that was done by the shadows that follow this thing around. This little guy just is following towards the box. What is so bad about him,
The
huh?
snail that is always approaching you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
One of
Snail
my
that touches you and you die.
Yeah.
Yes. Chad says, Goat says, Lady V, you have such a great voice for narration. Oh, thank you. And then you are very skillful in introducing new concepts. Oh, thank you very much. Weeb says, D&D was very much not built for horror, so it's quite impressive when it is pulled off well. Yes, yes. And Weeb says, it's not undead. Adds such an unnerving element. Yup. Here's the thing, a tiny little glimpse beyond the DM screen. The shadows that I used usually are undead, and usually their strength sap ability only lasts until a long and short rest. So in preparation for the session 1, I built things in a very particular manner and made sure that it had the ramifications that I wanted to see, because I
made
want
it worse
to.
for Kova. Okay,
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I wanted the lads to go to the city in a timely fashion. So what could lead them there faster? Well, they will die unless they do it. So because again, if they were like 5th level or 6th level, right? They have a cleric in the group, they could deal with curses. But now they have to rely on civilization, you know? Smart.
Clever.
Clever.
I have to talk about like one of my favorite moments in the entire session,
Mhm.
which was when we were all talking about this thing that was following us, and then Svante was like, "You mean the thing
Yes.
outside?" And we all just it was just a moment of complete silence because we're all like, "She wouldn't."
Yeah.
She wouldn't. Oh, I would.
Chill about it. We were, what? Huh?
Excuse me, what?
That was fucked up.
It was so fucked up. We were all in shock.
Yeah.
I loved
It was
it.
the most like, it's right behind me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Watching Kova's strength drop until they get to the city. There's not much left.
Yeah, there's not many
Mhm.
drops he has to give at this point, so
No.
I must look at other players for inspiration in that regard.
I mean, you can also do it again. If you wanna.
Don't volunteer yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Mama.
Dark Vault mentions when we were like, oh, it's moving so slow, it's so fine, we just can get ahead of it. Uh-oh, it's going faster. Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the classic
can
horror
run.
element, when you're looking at it, it's very slow, but as soon as you turn around, you better run.
No. But yeah, your DM style is very good. I very much like it. You have so much. We can tell that you have a lot planned out, and that you have like a certain path that we need to follow, and also there's enough room for playing in the space to like make our own decisions, and like there's like no question basically when it's like you were talking about like, oh, like you don't want to make people make roles that don't change anything. It's like you would mention the things that are important from the beginning, unless it's, I don't know. Yeah, it's there's no mystery in where we're supposed to go, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it's as well as like linear D&D could be like potentially so like, oh, boring, but this is like, in this moment it doesn't feel like it's linear D&D as much as it feels like you're in a horror movie and there's an obvious escape and you have to go.
Yeah, like we could go and fight it and just die.
Yeah, of course.
But
You
we're
could.
not gonna do that. We do have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like online, when people discuss D&D and DMing styles, there's always, well, not everyone, but a lot of people kind of talk about railroading as this like horrible thing, and I think railroading is not having a very nice and like narrative driven situation. I think railroading is ignoring what the players are trying to do and forcing your own story, and I think that's those two things are very different, because what I'm doing right now is setting up the conflict, and how you deal with that conflict moving forward will be entirely up to you. But what I can absolutely do is think a little bit forward and set up the opportunities and themes in a way that makes sense. That's one thing I'm very excited about, because not to toot my own horn, but I will. I really have put a lot of thought into the themes of this campaign and how things tie together. Hopefully, slowly but surely, both chat and players will figure out the knot that is tightening up around them. But it's very, very exciting.
Ooh, I think it's like I have had to play, or I have to. I've played in a quite a few railroading campaigns, and it feels so much different from this, because it's so clear that even though we're like playing on a path right now that we have to follow because it's fucked otherwise, it's clear that on this path there's like things sprinkled in for the players. There's things that like are there to like highlight the characters and to actually like integrate them. Instead of just like, you're playing in my game.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Did everyone compliment me or not?
I have more compliments for you.
Oh shit. Okay. I was joking, but okay.
What I think what I was about to say, Wick was saying, Reb was also saying, like, we have guidance, but we still have the ability to play around, and that's what I tend to like. Like, I understood immediately with like the explosion. The explosion comes from Westerly, then Ennersval is to the east. All the animals are running east. All the birds are going east. Like we know which direction we need to head in straight away. So any decision that we make following that, we still know like where we need to go if things happen. And even with the creature slowly moving, doing whatever, we're still able to like, oh, I have the box in my backpack. Can I go to the side? Ha 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 ha! Oh, it's looking at me. Okay, cool. I have an idea of what it wants, and immediately like, yeah, it's the magical pizza box. Um, I like that having the freedom, even in the house, to go like, oh, we're in a safe space. Okay, I can go outside, and I have the choice to do that. And I
Yeah.
like that it wasn't like an immediate conversation. I like that I'm still given a hint, and that's the little seeds of curiosity that are planted both for chat and for the player. Like I can work out, oh, I have a word that I can work out, and I can kind of like go off and do my own homework on what I think aberration means, and chat can also go aberration.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very fun to see how to like drop feed you information, because different players were like rolling very well to figure out what the fuck was happening, and I was like, which bit I want to give out in a way that feels satisfying but not giving everything, you know.
And I'm a big fan of horror, so I like just being in that environment. And what I particularly liked was the coordination of everything. So the moments themselves, like they feel very familiar for like this type of genre, but having the music and actually playing in that environment and having it feel so seamless, that was really
Oh,
the
the music's
sound
amazing.
effects.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
So, yeah.
You really like didn't need to do that, and then did it, and I was like, oh, what's happening?
Oh, I'm so glad it worked well. Holy shit. So, like, in the time leading up to the first session, I was looking at the ways to use music, because there are two big hurdles, right? Figuring out what music fits, and also figuring out if this music doesn't, like, won't get you strikes on Twitch, on YouTube, you know? So we were discussing different options, and Swifty very generously decided to help me in terms of like funding any copyrighted music that we can play. And we decided to go with Sirenscape, and so far I really, really like it because it's so modular. I can adjust things on the fly. And although it gives me yet another thing to monitor as I play, I think it works very well. It really adds to the atmosphere.
Yeah, the first time we used it, when it was like me and Wick in the session, I fully was like, oh wow, that's so coincidental that the music has like sound effects at the same time. Wait, the sound effects are being... Wait, this is not a coincidence.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
it was real good.
I got more compliments to throw at you as well.
Wow,
I need to talk about how lovable your NPCs are.
Yes!
Yeah.
There's a reason we all like screamed when Jonah died, especially Artie. But your NPCs are amazing.
I was so surprised because they barely had like 10 minutes with this guy, and like, no, Jonah. I was like, immediately, my first thought is like, oh no, if this guy is who they love immediately, the shit that I'm about to pull later in the campaign, oh no.
It's just that, like, it's a little behind the curtain, but like me and Reb had such like a fucking plan set up to save this man, and we did. And we're like so proud. It's like, if we fucking did it, like no casualties, let's go.
Yeah.
And then next session, bam.
It was,
Yeah.
there was also like also behind the curtain, like Jonah was getting the short end of the stick. Jonah was not being treated well, and I felt so bad for him. And then he just fucking dies.
Fucking dies, man.
I was like, damn, dude.
I was getting ready to talk to him. I was like, I'll offer him a drink. I'll ask him about like how his life is later, and yada yada. Oh, he's gone. Oh no.
Yeah. Well, guys,
don't drink it either.
you know what that means? That means if you like an NPC, better enjoy the time you have with them, because you never know.
Oh god!
We should have given him armor.
Yeah, they have a Game of Thrones death sentence.
We had to buy all the NPCs' armor.
Yeah.
Why are you putting this on me? Just don't worry about it.
That's part of the things that I really enjoy doing as a DM, creating very different and fleshed out NPCs, and for these NPCs to build their own relationship uniquely to different players, not the party itself, but like specifically for every character. And also, I love when NPCs have their own ambitions and plans. So sometimes what you'll run into is, depending on the information other people have from you or from the world, they will either help or hinder you, even unknowingly or knowingly, because everyone has something they really fucking want, you know?
That's what I had with Bertie.
Vetri, yeah.
Vetri, yeah.
Yeah, Vetri is such like a little shit, but
Yeah.
he's such like
Is
a
he?
he is he's such a little shit.
Because I don't know that about him. To
That's
me,
the
all he's
thing.
done is like offer us some drink and then driven the cart away. So far,
It's-
he's pretty chill, you know?
It's sprinkled in there. Every time like he talks about like for his drinks or anything related to anything, he will mention himself. And it's so funny.
This is now an in-character around the fire conversation we're having
Yeah.
about Bertree behind his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you believe this asshole?
He's such like a but it's such a specific little shit because it's not like he did anything specific. He's just
man.
he's just like talking in like a way where you're like, oh, I don't like you.
Oh, I love that so much.
It's so good.
Yeah.
The tea about Bertree is from me and
Well, do you want
me
to
and
talk
Artie-
about this out of character or maybe sometime during the campaign?
We can't talk about it
talk
during.
about-
I'm not gonna say the tea, but like we have
Okay.
tea about Bertree.
Oh yeah,
Like, he
you
was
absolutely.
totally not naked, by the way.
Oh, yeah, what the hell?
I don't know why I thought he was naked when he bumbled out of the woods. I just imagined that.
That's just
I was
funny.
there sitting there. I was like in character thinking like, if she said that, would Kova say otherwise? No, no.
It's so funny though, because it's real now. Because
Yeah.
you admitted it.
Listen,
It's
it's
like actually.
it's the curse of being a yes and DM. You kind of have to roll with the punches. Oh fuck it, he was naked. Oh shit, whatever.
I love the idea that Bertree was just like, yes, I was naked.
I was naked and very well endowed. Thank you very much.
yeah.
Yeah, what is it you said? Like, you know, when the passion takes you or something, and you just have to get naked. And we were all like, sure, Bertree, yeah.
That's good. That's
So
good.
funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why. I just thought I don't know.
I know that is real now, Reb. You suddenly get
Yeah.
into existence.
Robo says DM pro tip: yes and naked. Exactly. Also, let's catch up in chat. Goat says, I'm also looking forward to getting the pins and red string, trying to figure out what's going on. Yes. I already had a few people ask me like, so can chat make theories as to what's happening? I'm like, oh, go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm so curious.
Here's my one pet peeve about like shows that have mystery in them. If they make a mystery and then someone figures out before the season finale what actually happens, some shows like feverishly rewrite things to be smarter than the audience. I think that's cowardly, and I am.
Hell yeah, V. Pop
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, I really like putting little sprinkles of what the fuck is happening. Like, not even the first episode, 0.5 episodes that Chad even doesn't know about. I'm already putting very clear hints as to what's happening, and I really want them in retrospective when you look back to all make sense and have like a clear through line. So if Chad has any thoughts and plans, oh, I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys think about things and really like get into the nitty gritty of it. Ah.
My favorite approach to this is what Brenly Mulligan does with I think Emily is the one that does this, where she had a few times where players will have theories and they bring them up at the table and he's like, oh, that's actually kind of good, and then rewrites it instead to be that theory.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. I always like the Sherlock Holmes approach. Like a good Sherlock Holmes story is one that you can follow along, and when you watch it back, you go, "Oh yeah, all the clues that were pointed out are right there in front of my face. I just didn't know or have the tools to understand what exactly that was." And that's always really, really satisfying.
Yes.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
Pori says, reward folks for delving in that narrative. Exactly. Like I want to really respect and value the time that the audience puts into watching this and like interacting with the story, as well as the players. I spent a lot of time preparing a lot of hooks and connections to your backstories for the future of the campaign, because I never want someone to be like, oh, I put this awesome backstory together and it came up exactly once. Yippee! Like I really don't want that.
That's something I really appreciate about UV because it's something that I'm not used to. So, like, in all honesty, when I told you the character's backstory. I seriously didn't expect for you to use it, for it to come up. I was just like, this is the thing. This is who he is, and let's play some D&D. And then Lady D was like, I've done this, 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 and this. And I was like, oh, wait, hold on. Wait, what did I write? What have I done?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Consequences of my actions.
Swifty,
Yeah.
I saw that bit on stream with Doig when you were like, so I wrote the campaign and then I realized the GM will use it. And Doig was like, isn't that the plan always? And you're like, no.
I looked at everything and then I was like, wait.
Wait.
Because I'm not used to DMs doing that. And I love that you do that, because it's what I've always wanted DMs to do. But I've just never played any campaigns where people have taken advantage of it. So I'm so excited.
Same.
Aw,
This is
hell
the
yeah.
whole reason why I wrote Kova to be like he is, because I'm like, wait, I could finally have a backstory? Guys, this is what I wanted.
Yeah.
I've only played like one other long-term, like maybe 10-session D&D campaign, and we did have like the DM had like, give me a list of your knives that I can use to get you, like, you know, with good story bits and like your backstory, and like when it worked, it was so good, but there wasn't nearly enough of it. And then like every campaign that I made a character for, I was like, here's the backstory, this is this, and this, and then I like never played the game, so I never got to delve into those characters, and now I'm just like,
Yeah.
let's fucking go.
Give me a list of your knives is such a good way to say it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, I think I was thoroughly complimented.
Wait, V, your art's amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Can't get away without that.
Aw, thank you. I'm very happy that I have ability to illustrate some of the things that are happening as they're happening. I'm very much looking forward to some of the stuff. Oh, I'm so excited. Ooh. All right. Well, Doug says, here, the knives which are already stuck in me. Wait, no, why are you pulling them out? Yeah. You gotta stab twice, otherwise what's the point of that knife, you know? A knife that only stabs you once, not that good. Not that good.
Just twist and shimmy it a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Alrighty. Well, I think it's time we do something very exciting, which is we'll look at you guys' stats. Oh, the horror. Oh, the misery.
No.
So some of the things I censored out of the sheets because the chat doesn't really know about those parts yet, but the stats themselves, oh, we're gonna look at them. Oh, we're gonna check them out. So let's begin by looking at Kari. So, as we know, Kari is a cleric of the Twilight Domain, which is very powerful, and I am slightly horrified as to what I have unleashed on the world when I told Shnu, oh yeah, this one's good, go with it, and I'm like, wait, why did I say that?
Yeah.
Twilight Cleric's just so good.
Yeah, but so here's the thing, guys. We rolled for the stats in this here chat. One night we all just gathered when I wasn't streaming, and we started rolling using those 4d5s that we usually roll when we create D&D characters together on stream. And the stats were crazy. Like, there is not a single average character in terms of what they rolled. And I find that so fun. Yeah, negative
We really
charisma.
didn't cheat, I promise.
Yeah, we really didn't cheat. We rolled the second time just to check because we were like, is this broken? This has to be broken, right?
Her
But yeah.
insight. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So Shnu,
Yes.
take us through your understanding of your stats and what are you happy or unhappy about?
I mean, I rolled pretty high for the most part. Like, I was one of the higher rollers in amongst the four of us. I won't spoil who the other one is. And I'm like, okay, I get like a +2 and a +1, and I haven't touched Wisdom or Constitution, which are both at 18 like already. I'm like, I can max these out to 20 and get a 19 and have, you know, all of the sort of like power gamer stats like already set. Like, do I need charisma? not quite. But I decided at that point, like, if it's really low, I'm also a healer. Like, it can still work out, but maybe I'll balance myself out just that little bit. So that's what I ended up deciding at the end.
That's 17 AC.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good.
Like
Yeah.
all that stuff is really high, and like really, I could low charisma just for like the fun of it. But I feel like even at a -2, that's pretty solid already.
-2 is low.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I'm happy for it being so low because normally I play high charisma characters. Almost always, like it ends up being like a 16 or above or something like that. I don't think I ever played like too much of a low charisma character. And even the first sort of iteration of Kari that I made a few years ago, also didn't have like super high charisma, but it wasn't -2, not even close to it. So I figured, you know what, this is quite a fun like roleplay character for me, just to not have any like a typical charisma, I guess, going in. It has to come out more of as like, you know, you play the straight character to a point where it's funny, but still in world you are a character that has like low charisma. Just seeing how that goes. Otherwise, yeah. My thought process.
Robo says, I played a negative charisma PC in a campaign and it was so fun. I played it as Grumpy Dwarf who is not subtle and puts his foot in his mouth. Yeah, so this is so interesting, right? Because Kari is, not to give away too much, but an experienced warrior, right? And what is your approach for playing her knowing that her charisma is so shit?
Yeah, I feel like at that point you're not a character who's used to dealing with charisma. Like you're there for your strength, your virtue, your values, and that's the stuff that comes forward. So even if you're like a doctor with poor bedside manner, you're still going to be reliable, and that's the trait that characters will pick up on, I think.
I think it's also the case of Kari feels like she won't talk when she doesn't need to, which hides the fact that she doesn't have that high of a charisma really well.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The wisdom to not talk
Yeah.
versus the no charisma.
Absolutely. The wisdom to be aware of what's happening, I think, is very, very good. And I hope this comes up at some point in the campaign, but without spoiling too much about how the first like one-on-one session with Kari went, Kari had this very wonderful way of balancing the negative charisma with very wise choices. Also, bye-bye, Martina. Have a good night. Yeah.
Bye, Martina.
All right. Well, let's look at the second character, shall we? It's Wick. And speaking of high stats and low stats,
God, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That wisdom.
Wick
Delicious.
is a fighter, level 1 fighter, with 20 constitution,
Holy
18
shit.
dexterity,
Damn.
and then 5s in wisdom and charisma. Talk to us, Reb. What happened?
So, what happened was, I knew I wanted her to be like, kind of like I was going for like a cowboy or like an outlaw or something, and I was like, well, those people are always way too cool. And so how do I play a cool cowboy with absolutely no riz? And then I realized, like, oh, she can act like tough and she can do her thing, but she's not good at it. Like, she's like there was a cute moment in when Wick met Kova where I was like, I don't know how to play this character yet. I'm nervous, you know, I'm gonna be so cool, and then immediately I was like, this tiny creature is not a threat.
So good. It was
I don't know what I'm doing.
So good. Because you stood there, described half your character, because the rest was covered by a coat. And I was like, this is so mysterious. And then immediately dropped it. And I was like, this is good.
Yeah,
it's
because
like,
to be fair, Artie came in with such a miserable little guy that both me and Reb were like taken aback. I took recordings of those little sessions, and maybe someday I'll edit them and maybe we'll put them out. I don't know yet, but the fact that like we're setting up and then Kova says one thing and immediately reaction from Wick is like, is this for real? Like, is he really this miserable and small and weak?
Oh, Kova, no.
It was so, yeah, I think Wick is one of those people that is like, thinks through everything with the little wisdom and intelligence that she has, but like she has a little bit of intelligence, so she thinks like, she puts pieces together and it might not be right, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then it might not work, and then she's just like, oh shit, she doesn't have a good poker face when things don't go her way.
The world is a puzzle box.
Yes, the world is a puzzle box. Pori says, Wick, I love you. I'm telling you that because you will not discern that on your own. Yeah, that its insight into people is so low. Actually, one thing that people were asking during the first session is that, is Wick on the spectrum? Have you thought about that? Yes?
I have thought about that. Both Wick and the one-shot character Osmi, I am neurodivergent, and I've been talking with people, and I'm like, I very well could also be autistic, and I don't feel the need to get a diagnosis about it right now. I just resonate with a lot of it. So I'm like, I'm glad that people see that in my character choices, because that is definitely something that I'm drawn to, and figuring out how these characters interact, and where, like, one character might be lacking and the other one completes them in a nice way, where they're drawn to this because of this, and and special interests, and
Yeah. Honestly, it really helps, like, seeing the two very shit stats. I think it really helps to make Wick more approachable and lovable, because if they are like cool all over, then there's a lot of distance, right, between them and other people. Whereas here, I really like, and we'll see this when the other people's stats are on screen, everyone has such a way of complementing each other's like weaknesses. So everyone is really good at one thing and real shit in another, and together they make one competent-ish team, which is great.
Yeah, I agree. Like I don't think, like, Wick isn't dumb. Like she has intelligence. She's not that, because like intelligence versus wisdom is always a fun balance to find, and I think that her impulsivity, like, because she's also a fire genasi, and part of being a fire genasi is like a little bit hot-headed, I think that just leads her to just be a little bit more brash about things when she loses her cool, no pun intended. And like the stats about like her constitution, I was like, I feel great putting stuff in her constitution because of the like potential for like her condition that she has, which chat will learn about later, or whatever is going on with her, the chest and the vents and the body modifications. It's like there's obviously, like, she can withstand some stuff, and she's tough, and she can run. She likes she's running.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited about when your guys' backstories come through. Oh, it's gonna be so juicy. Yeah. All right. Well, next up we have Ritz. Look at this dumbass boy. So the stats are incredible. 18 strength, 18 constitution, 18 wisdom, and a cool 6 in intelligence. So I think Ritz has the most, like, the highest stats overall.
Yes.
I think so.
I rolled so good.
You rolled so incredibly good. And honestly, I really am happy that you got the highest rolls, because you are planning to, like, cook up a pretty tough to balance multiclass, where you need multiple stats to be high. And also, you have such a approachable doofus of a character that even the high stats will not make him, like, shoot forward too far away and, like, leave everyone else in the dust. Like, I really am excited to see where this is going. But what do you think? What do you think, India?
Dumb boy, dumb stupid man.
Yes, good thoughts. I agree.
I can't tell you how much heavy lifting the, like, +1 tiefling stat is doing for him right now. It was a 5 in intelligence. I think he got bumped up to a 6 because he's a tiefling.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a strong idiot. But I liked getting that third 18 because it meant that I could put that into the wisdom. Yeah. And the way that I'm kind of interpreting that, because I think it's kind of different for everyone how they interpret wisdom. But I think for it specifically, it's more like an emotional intelligence kind of thing.
absolutely.
Where
that reads.
he's all
Yeah.
on vibes and nothing on any critical thinking whatsoever.
Oh, Darkbolt is so on the money with this. Ritz is the boy who was expelled from school and he's learning from life. Yep.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That's
There he
exactly.
goes.
Live and learn. Hashtag live and learn.
Live and learn.
Oh my god, we never talked about live and learn.
We haven't talked about live and learn.
Oh, we'll talk about live and learn. So the next segment will be looking at your art refs, guys. So we will
shit.
discuss
Okay.
it. We will discuss it. But yeah, this is very good. I'm so excited. Ritz with that chunky health as well. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Very
gotta
good.
absorb those blows, baby.
Yeah. Don't forget that currently your strength is -2 as well. So your everything is a bit lower, but I'm sure you'll change that at some point.
Not my
maybe.
everything.
Your everything. Yeah, but speaking of chunky health,
And high strength.
hey, Kova. So,
Hi.
Kova.
let's look at these stats.
Oh god.
Wisdom 18, Charisma 16. It's a warlock, and he has an 8 in dexterity and currently a whooping 3 in strength. So
It's
let's talk
fucking
about
wild.
it.
So it used to be a 6.
Uh-huh.
That's his normal, super strong little man.
Mm-hmm.
Elf with leather armor's got that 10 AC. Nothing's gonna hit him. His
Yeah.
his con used to be a -1. I put 2 into Constitution because I'm like, listen, he may be so smart. He may be so mentally healthy for sure.
Oh, so you're
But he
lying now.
got it.
Okay.
I mean, that's what the charisma's for.
Uh-huh.
But he's gotta live a little bit. He's got a teeny little bit. I
So
can't
happy
have
you
a.
did.
Oh, I am too. If I didn't, he'd be down.
Yeah.
Because he was at 1 health.
Oh yeah, I think what was it like 2 attacks and he was almost a
No,
goner.
1.
Oh, 1 attack.
It
Yeah.
was 1 attack. He's single
Oh.
attack.
Yeah. Oh, that was rough. That was rough.
Yeah. So Kova, I've played. Okay, little thing about me. I play multi classes like all the time. It's my bread and butter in D&D. I've had to play a few like games where the role play is not that insanely interesting, so I just sit there and make stupid classes. So I was prepared to do that, and then I saw his stats. I'm like, okay, he's not gonna be very, very bouncy. He's not gonna take many a hit. He's gonna think a lot about him though. So it's all mental. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's where everything went. His wisdom so far is also higher than his charisma, even though he started a warlock, because I felt like it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Interesting.
I love him.
I love all of these guys so much. So much.
love
Yeah,
it.
I'm so happy with his stats. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So
The strength could
good.
be higher at this point.
Oh, you
but
think so? I think it can
it
go a
could
bit
be
lower.
fixed a
I
little
don't
bit.
know.
I like I enjoy because Darkbolt said I think his charisma is how adorable he is and people pity the boy.
Yeah,
And-
I think
Yeah.
Kova is used to helping people, so to say. Like his wisdom, I think, matches Ritz in the form of like Ritz and Kova can both read people and play into them quite well. He's got the charisma technically to back it up, but he doesn't talk enough, I think,
Yeah.
to like really influence people with it. He's just
Yeah.
got people knowledge, I would say.
He's a
In a
very
strange
kind,
way.
reliable person.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
It's because you meet many people when you're in a really weird place like Morn.
Yeah.
True.
Well, I think this is a beautiful segue to look at the character art a bit closer. And yeah, this is gonna be just us peeking at what the players made in terms of their character art choices. And then we'll smoothly transition to fan art. So, since we're looking at Kova, let's look at the boy. Let's look at that boy. Look at him.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I have sat on this design for so long.
Well, you say sad. That implies that you were sneaky
Yeah.
and secretive about it, which you were
I
not.
tried for
Everyone,
like a week or two.
everyone saw immediately. You were like making
Yup.
YouTube video, editing together all of the pieces of art, showing it on Doig Swift Community Day.
I tell you the funniest thing, because Artie was like, Shnu, don't look, Shnu, don't look. Please,
Yep.
no, you cannot look. And I'm like, I'm fine. I have no issues waiting. And then I'm on a stream with Kat, where I'm helping her learn Blender. And Artie goes in the chat and goes like, hey, look at this! Shnu, no! Don't look!
So normally I tend to have this habit where I've learned to just show art, because it helps a lot in like presentation stuff and learning to take critiques and everything. So I've just made it a habit to make sure to just like shove it in people's face and be like, I did this, and they're like, cool. I'm like, yay. So it's really hard, especially when it's my own shit and my own characters, that I'm just like, but like, it's there. And you're not seeing it yet.
Yep. But yeah, this boy is adorable. How did you decide on this particular design?
So, a little thing that because now I can talk about because it's already been revealed, but people sort of guessed that the ears and the tail were a stylistic halfling choice. I don't think normal. I mean, we have got Betry to prove it. Normal halflings don't really have that.
Mm-hmm. So
but
something is off with him, yeah.
Oh yeah, many a thing. I was kind of banking on just like having it be like, oh, this is a style thing. I'm like, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, Ritz is just like maybe it's a Morn thing, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe halflings from Morn are just like this.
Yeah.
Well, we shall experience more, I think, strangeness with Koba at some point in the future.
Yeah, he's like a loot box. There's so many things hidden in that little man. But I also wanted to make sure that, like, I had a design going at the start that was a lot more busy. So busy.
So
busy. But I was like, this doesn't work. So I went in and, like, stripped him of so many details to create a, like, level 1 worthy character design. And I wanted him to have armor, because he needs it, even though it's still a 10 AC. But it didn't make sense to me, because he's not, like, he's no fighter. He's no adventurer or anything, per se. So it's like, how possibly would he have a armor of lubber? And then I was like, oh, I should make a coat, and I could put all the things of, like, the trinkets and everything he collects on there. So that's for now, all little...
Yeah, Dimson says, like, slapping the side of this guy. He can fit so much low on this little guy.
Just
like
don't slap him too hard.
Kill him!
Like a car salesman. Yeah, and I wonder what this is all about. What's that all about here? I wonder.
I love this piece so much.
So good. So good. Oh, and yeah, Chad is asking, is this a kitsune mask that he has?
It's a dog. There's like lore and shit connect to it, but the base of it came from there's always like a scar at the top. I have a dog in real life, and he is a little red fox Labrador, I believe they're called. So they're like a reddish blonde Labrador, and him and his whole litter was born with a like scar at the top of their heads.
Aww.
So that was kind of my reason for being like, oh, red dog with a scar at the top. That's cute.
That's so adorable. Oh, I love that.
That's a very cute origin.
Yeah, but there's now also like there's story stuff connected to it. But
oh, absolutely.
But gee.
Well, the second character that got created, and then there was a mountain of art before we even started the campaign, was of course our beautiful boy Ritz. So Ritz is an absolute cutie, and we know that Swifty has a very particular taste in characters.
No.
So those characters being like stick thin rascals, little bad boys with a heart of gold.
That's it.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. So talk to us, Swifty.
Start with the beer bottle.
Yeah. You finally gave me the opportunity to play like my favorite character type. So I of course couldn't stop myself from just like doing a bajillion drawings immediately. He's actually like kind of based on a character I tried to play a long time ago, but the campaign kind of fizzled out after the first session, and I never got to return to the character. So I kind of broke him out and redesigned him for this new campaign setting. And I think he's much improved. But yeah,
I
like
love
he
him.
was very fun to design because he's kind of like a collection of choices that he's made and also things that he is kind of been given.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Tattoos are sweet.
Yeah, Doig is correct. Swift popped off. And yeah, speaking of hidden meaning, so what is it about Live and Learn so that chat knows?
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, so the gloves that he has, you might have noticed on the art he's got like these kind of knuckle dusters almost. They ping out red. On his actual first joint of his fingers where he would punch, he has finger plates, and he has carved into his finger plates live on one side and learn on the other, spelled Lern.
Like a smart boy.
Yeah, like a smart boy, because he knows how to spell, right?
Yeah, of course.
Which is, yeah, partially a Sonic Adventure 2 reference. But also it is kind of like part of his philosophy in a way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
I can't wait to imprint that onto someone's face, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you will have so many opportunities, don't you worry. It's gonna be so fun.
I don't chuckle.
From seeing all the art, I was so excited to meet Ritz and be like, I have no idea how he's gonna act. And the way you described how he looks as like skin the color of bruises and bone white hair has stuck with me, because I'm like, oh, of course, like the tattoos, they look like when, if you've ever seen like someone gets like hit by a car or something and they have like the rib imprint on their back where all the ribs like the bruise is around that and like you can see the bone, and it's just like, oh my god, that's so cool.
It's so metal. It's so
Yeah.
oh,
You noticed?
I did.
so cool.
This is the great thing about having a campaign where we're all artists.
Yeah.
Is we're all just like side-eyeing each other, being like, I see what you did there. I see what you did.
Yep. It's so
Also,
cool.
his industrial piercing that is like a little trident is so cute. I want one.
I did
little
just
Y
find
shape.
that on Pinterest.
That's good.
And I was like, well, I'm having that.
Yeah, even his choice of melee weapon is so thought out. I'm so excited about all of this. Oh,
He's such a
so
spiky boy, and like that's the thing about the art style. Like the art is like triangle characters are evil, you know, like you design a sharp character and they're the evil character. But he's so sweet and cute, and
Yeah.
his eyes are so like full of joy and like just wow.
Yeah, he's the kind of character that people would describe as all elbows. He's all elbows.
Yes.
I also wonder if the lantern from Kova and the railing spike from Ritz, they could connect the ends of them and make a giant lantern.
The railing lantern.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that'd
a
be so good.
20-foot reach weapon.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, if we're talking about cool ass designs, we have to look also at Wick, obviously.
Love Wig.
Oh my god, Wick.
I
So
gotta make the
beloved.
full reference at some point. It's on my
Yeah.
to-do list. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
no pressure. I know some of us are very busy, so whenever you guys get to it. But I was exactly like wanting to also include talking about art today. So if anyone wants to do more cool art, they have something to refer to. And yeah, obviously Wick looks cool as hell. So what can you tell us about your decisions for this character?
So Wick is also a character that I made for like another campaign I was going to play in. It was originally a post-apocalyptic cyberpunk campaign. And in that campaign, she had a metal jaw, and she was very like General Grievous style cleric, I think. And like she was, I think, a half orc at that point, and then like I was like, okay, but what if? And then like 2 years later, I was like, man, I wish I played this character, but I want to redesign her, and I want to play a fire genasi. And so then I just like sketched her out like once, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And then like the one shot concept came around, and we were all talking about like campaigns, and I was like, I don't know if I have the reserves to build a new character. Let me just bring one of these old ones back and make her new. And so that's kind of like, I had the gunslinger concept a long time ago, and then I was like, wait, I can just do that. So yeah, and I was just like very excited about just playing a dusty cowboy.
Oh, you did so well with it as well. I
Yeah.
think Wick, I think, perfectly connects with the characters and the campaign. It's so cool, and there's unique flavor, which is something I really appreciate. It's like, you see immediately what kind of character this is. Amazing character design.
She's so
Yes.
cool. I like can't get over it. I think I'm in love with her.
She's so fun to draw as well. Oh, the little
Yeah.
chains.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
One of the things actually, because I was designing her recently, and I was like, metal jaw is a thing I wanted to have, and then I realized how hard that would be to draw every time I did art of her, and so that's why I went with the face that she has now, where she has a mouth that she can emote with, and it's a little bit like scarred up and stuff because it
It's
just
so
gives
interesting though.
Yeah,
and I'm
the
like, I
little
want her to kind of look like
exhausts.
she's the exhausting, and she's always kind of scowling because she has so much scar on her face that she's always just kind of like looks pissed or something.
Yeah.
Also, the fucking like top surgery engine.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's just like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Amazing.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So is the placement, like, backstory wise, does it have any significance to Wick's understanding of their gender?
I think so. I think because this was also like, I wanted to make a hot character, and I gave them like a really low button up where it's like it's never closed all the way, or maybe sometimes it is, and I was like, okay, well, how do I do they have titties? Those, you can't show those on Twitch.
TOS, dude.
TOS. So it's and then I
Bubotnik.
thought it was cool to also have a character that's like, can be like representative of like people who have had top surgery or had mastectomy or any of those varieties of things. And I haven't quite landed on like how much of her chest is actually like gone versus not, but she does like use she they pronouns, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, is it's a soup. Gender's
Yeah.
a soup to her, and she likes to be just a cowboy.
Yep, very good. And we have the last character, which is Kari.
Yay!
So currently we don't have the full body yet, but we can zoom in on the little
You can
portrait.
show the full body.
Oh,
work
I
in
can?
progress as well. Yeah.
Okay, good. I was like unsure because it's a whip.
Yeah.
It's a whip.
Yeah, I don't mind showing things in progress.
Alrighty, in that case,
things may
check
change.
this out. Look at her cool fucking shield.
Yo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see because of my schedule, I've been like on the wire for everything. So including the Fugi, it was finished like 10 minutes before the session.
Oh.
And that's just like the frustration of like I was prepared to go ham like into the character design, the background, and all that stuff, and then I was told I need to move house for 4 people and then carry that physically to the new place. So 3 weeks is just spent like basically weightlifting every single day. So here I am. Here's what I've got like so far, and really like leaning towards like quite a mix of cultures. Like I was looking quite deeply into like Native American, Tibetan, Asian cultures, even like Indian culture for like some things that I would understand like a bit better at that point, and trying to get a balance between like here's a character that lives in a winter climate, and using all the world building that we did on stream together, plus the stuff that V had obviously made for Ennersval and the whole campaign like beforehand, and trying to like weave that all and trying to choose like both iconography and like design elements that really fit the Moonbear Clan culture. and just leaning towards like quite like simple but like elegant like armor, like enough sort of clothing to survive like the climate and everything that's kind of like more practical. It still can still be like fleshed out and have a bit more like unique properties. And in fact, one player in the party will know this, but I removed features from this design.
I do know that.
Yeah.
Oh la
Yeah.
la. So sneaky.
Yeah.
Omen says it looks like Water Tribe from Avatar, and I would have to agree.
Yeah.
Honestly, one thing I wanted to say: the Empire, the Vienna Empire, where the campaign is taking place currently, it is in part inspired by Avatar and how there are like different tribes. Because there are these like clans that follow specific celestial constellation, and a lot of their flavor is very much like Russian culture, Mongolian culture, a lot of Asian influences from what I like
Yes.
in art history and my own country's history. So it's like a very cool soup of things that we enjoy. So I think in that parallel with Avatar really makes sense, you know?
Yeah. God, speaking of like, I found so many Mongolian songs I really like. I'm like, oh, it's all like so much of it's like the cool throat singing. I'm like, I know you wanted to say that for the orcs, but I'm like, oh, it's just some of them are
it's
fire.
all together. It's all together. Like you can absolutely tap into that because that is part of the empire, and it's really really cool to be able to pull on cultures that are not necessarily very often presented in fantasy, you know. Like I think I talked about the fact that my elves are very much inspired by like ancient China, and the orcs are by Mongolian culture. And it's just so many cool things, so many costumes that are just way cooler than anything we would imagine without any references, you know. So I was just always looking at that stuff and going, oh, so cool.
Yeah, it's way more meaningful, and like I like to see like real cultures and how they survived and built cultures like in their environments. Like we have Tibetan cultures, or anyone who's dealing with like cold climates. What do they eat? What do they wear? What things do they practice? What do they value? And how do I incorporate all those things like in this like fictional world while still adhering to the the things that have been set in motion and make a meaningful both design and character out of that. I find these
cool.
these are really fun to do. And having like the markings on the face like denote like can I denote like what their class is just from markings, like, or do I just denote what their thing is, like the symbol on their chest, does that denote like where they're at currently, and how do they fit into the tribe, and just little things like that. How can I include like just enough iconography to emphasize like these features and tell their story on like a first glance, but also having a stoic and subdued character who wouldn't just like, be flashy about the things that they have. It's always the challenge for these things. But so far, I've got the quarterstaff. I've got a little crescent shield.
Shield is amazing. I also want to say that I really appreciate how you've designed her to look like a little bit on the older side.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I think the face shape and like giving her a few wrinkles and the scars and everything, it's just like you don't often see that, especially not on female characters in D&D. And I just love having someone who looks real, you know?
Yeah.
And not just like a supermodel in armor.
Yeah. I find like with my favorite sort of characters, especially like female characters, like you've got Sigourney Weaver in Alien, like all of the strong badass women, like that's the kind of like characters I like to draw and design. Like I don't have much care for like here's your typical anime big booba person. Like I'm not gonna like do that. That just wouldn't fit me, and it wouldn't fit the like the clan and culture to a large degree. So
she's so badass.
Absolutely.
I love her color palette. I love
Yes.
and Darkbolt said the thing about the practical warm clothing and how like you have it like that's a coat that could be so warm and cozy, but she doesn't need it right now, and it's just kind of I like her.
Yay! So cool.
I'm really excited to. Sorry, I'll just.
No. This is like a thing beyond that. You can go.
Yeah. It was like so. There's something with the clothing that I've had for a while in my head, just before making this character, and I finally get the opportunity to visualize it, I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't wait.
I think a really interesting thing is that every single one of our characters has like story written on like basically their skin. Like every one of them, like Kova has his weird like animal features and scars, and Ritz has the tattoos, and Wick has the like engine parts, and Kari has the scars and the symbols. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
Yay, that is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of good references, check this out. This is so silly. This is so silly.
First image. 3 men and a baby.
Yeah, 3.5 men.
This is
So
funny.
tiny.
It's one
Look
thing that
at
made
him.
Kova small. It's the fact that you're all above 5'9". That's fucked up.
So
It's just the
Here's
image
my-
of the 3 men and then just like a kid.
a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, that's when I was revamping Wick like many years ago. I had her designed to be wearing a cloak constantly and just hovering, and no one knew how tall she was, but she always hovered at 6'2".
Ooh.
So and that's why when we talked about this in the Discord, someone was like, Wick is tall, and I'm like, let it be known that Wick is only 6'2" when she's wearing her hat and her boots.
Yes.
That's so funny.
But I mean, to be fair, she probably almost always wears her hat and her boots, you know, part of the brand.
It stays
So.
on during.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
In the
great.
shower, hat and boots.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass to take them off. You know, it takes time.
They gotta be
Not about that
washed.
though.
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah.
Nico, I agree. The fact that the program used a child's model by default in
Yeah.
RT is great.
It's so fucked up.
RT, you are our child out of game and in game. You have to just
Listen,
live
I
with
gotta
it.
play into my archetype sometimes, you know.
So true. So true.
I
Well,
love how
people
even
they
before we
want.
started playing, there was like a thing in our private chats where we were all like, we're going to protect Kova. And then Kova immediately gets hit down to 1
Yep.
HP.
yeah, that's true.
You, you
Such a
thought
good
playing
job.
a shy character, I'm gonna be careful around things? No.
It's so good. All right, well, I'm so excited to get to actually look at all the fan art that people made. It's so.
Yeah.
This is so crazy. We played
Yeah.
one session and already there's like so much incredible art that people made for it. It's wild. It's so
Yeah, like-
wild.
Within 24 hours, there was already stuff. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
wild.
It's honestly like the
So-
coolest thing in the world. It's so
Mhm.
awesome.
Yes.
It's amazing. So we're gonna look at our D&D channel in our Discord, which I'm gonna put in chat if anyone's interested in joining us. And if you have any fan art you wish to make, there's a special place for it there. And yeah, first things first, of course, Artie had to rush in and do this cool ass wig.
Yeah.
It's so hard to draw.
I want this
Amazing.
tattooed on my forehead.
So
so good.
good. Amazing.
Eye and the
Yeah.
steam and the scars and it's so cool.
Yeah.
Ah,
Love
powerful.
Wick's design.
Haven't-
It's so for me, actually.
I haven't seen that face mask before.
yes.
Is that something that Wick has? Or...
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it was more present in our 1v1 two person thing.
1v1. We're fighting.
PvP.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
I like your idea, Reb, of having something that you can wear over your face for
Yeah.
the mysterious factor, but you can take off. I think that's actually a very smart way of doing it. And I just love the little radiator on the cheeks. I think it's so fun. So good.
I'm so happy.
And
It's
the chains on
I
the
always
hat.
yeah. I always see like I saw people get like dermal piercings on their cheeks, or people will like gauge their cheeks and stuff. And as soon as you were like, okay, the Boar Clan, they love body modification. I was
Yes.
like, where do I sign up? Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
You
All
wove
right.
it into the whole character's thing so much though too. So
Yes.
it's like it's so cool. Like the way
Yes.
that the portrait, like the vents glow when you talk.
Mm-hmm.
Like oh,
Very good.
Yeah.
And speaking of cool, Robo gave us this amazing Kari. Look at that expression. I love it so much.
Yeah.
I love this one.
So good.
This one makes me
Amazing.
uncomfortable.
As Swifty or as Ritz?
As Ritz.
Yeah.
Swifty loves this. This is amazing.
Yeah. So good. Robo, you did amazingly. Like the face, she looks like a wise like Disney character or something, you know,
Very
like somewhat.
Eldorado.
Yes.
Yeah. The angle and everything, the expression.
The angle and the shapes on the mouth specifically.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very
Weeb
strong.
says Wick sliding Pop Tarts into her cheeks and they're heated before they get to her stomach. Yes.
What a superpower.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's
It's
so
super
good.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
like Robert was telling us that like he was because it is a hard face, like drawing, especially like more Native American features, like they catch you out like in comparison to other faces, like having a sort of mouth that's a little bit further, having more emphasized like cheekbones. When you're drawing these angles, like it's really hard to balance it out, but also like I think he was saying with the sort of like still maintaining feminine features at the same time. It was the challenge of presenting that like intimidating factor, the femininity, and like capturing the features, but also like the delivery of the dialogue as well.
Yeah.
It was nailed it.
You really nailed it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then Robo really nailed it.
Yes. Absolutely.
Also,
And
the
then-
thicker braids, they're cool.
Oh yeah. Thick, juicy. And Sunday Trash in Discord made this, which is so good.
Yes. Piss off.
Piss off!
So did you read this dialogue in Ritz's voice?
All I've got is uncontrollable rage and a big stick to shake at God.
So good.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
How happy it is. Like, piss off, you piss off.
All right, and then we have Rebecca Roney with some cool fan art. Look, so cute.
Oh, the colors are so cute. Oh,
Your little face.
I love that you did his nose good. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I love
did-
his nose shape.
Dim-san, is that
Oh, me
you
too, yes.
in Discord with Sunday Trash? That's you? Yeah, they're saying they forgot the tail. I mean, I didn't even notice because they are so good.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I always see that.
It's just behind the body.
Exactly, it's behind one of the legs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tucked into the shoe.
Yes.
Oh, I love this
yes.
robot.
And this, so good.
Yeah.
This
Oh, I
is
am-
good.
Yeah, like you nail the hair so nicely in both forms of like the loose hair and then the braided up. I'm like, I'm stealing this. I'm using this. It's great.
Yes, yes.
It was
Isn't
fun
that
'cause
great? When like fan art actually circles back to influence the original character.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was inspired by Robo's sketch because it was so good, and I was like, I gotta take a crack at these
Yes.
face shapes.
That's fun.
Didn't this also
Ooh.
make you change the eye colors too?
Hmm?
This made you
yeah.
change your eye color too,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, because initially I was thinking like of having like silvery and gray eyes, but I decided to change it to more like yellowy. And then when I saw this, like I think it was when Shifty was doing the artwork, I was like, yeah, yellow like this because it's the also solid color, so it was easy to share. So like yeah,
Yeah, I realized afterwards that I was like, oh, I got the eye color wrong. 'Cause I think
It turns
Wow.
out you had it right. Turns out you actually
yeah,
did.
don't worry.
It's so good. Yeah.
Oh
this
yeah,
is so good.
Darkbolt mentions Kari gives me impa vibes from Ocarina of Time. That is one of my like additional favorite characters when I'm like, this is what I like as like a female warrior character. Impa is like grand.
So good. Weeb says, I need Kari to be proud of me. I am so deeply need to impress her.
I think that's what everyone in the squad feels.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're all just like, Carrie, please, be proud of us.
Yeah. And speaking of the squad, look at him. Oh, the teethers. Oh, juicy teeth.
The expression,
I love this one so much.
the
Yes.
energy is so on point. I love it. I love
Very,
it.
very
Yell.
I love drawing teeth.
Yes.
Yes.
So good. So good.
Teeth are good.
And we have this little guy also from
Yay.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Ah!
so cute.
What?
Pure cat buzz.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
He's just so tiny, like a little kitty cat.
A little tucked in shirt and remove.
Adorable.
Yeah.
It's
I love
so
the-
cute.
Like the shading with just like the
Yeah.
like line work to indicate it. Really nice.
Yes.
Yes.
So nice. Oh, very good. And the
Little
second. This is such a good scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What's in
Drop
your mouth? I
it.
lick
Drop it.
Lick it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, I have to we have to reverse back to when we were describing our favorite moments. This was one of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. I loved how Kari was like immediately, well, hold up. Did you just lick it?
Yeah.
So
One
good.
What do you mean salty?
I really liked when you were like, did you discover anything about the box? And Wick was like, it's salty. Wait, that's not what you were asking.
So fucking
Amazing.
Oh.
Ah,
How would you know?
absolutely beautiful. Yeah. How would you know and why would you know this? And then we had Swifty with this incredible
God.
family photo. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I'm normal.
Yay!
So
This
cute.
is my
Yeah.
lock screen right now.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's amazing.
there are so many stupid family pictures I want to draw with the characters.
Yes.
Yeah, we made a Pinterest
did.
board together for these stupid family picture memes.
It's funny.
Artie has a whole
Yeah.
Pinterest board of just memes that we all want to
Yes.
draw.
Yeah. So good.
The characters
Yeah.
are really fun to draw together, though. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing. And yeah, Nico says everyone's energy is so perfect. Yeah, I think you really nailed
Yeah.
how different vibes they are. They have. You know, like it's such a
They're-
fun
oh.
cast. I love them.
They're all from such different walks of life. It's so
Mhm. So
Mhm.
good. So good. All right, what we got next? Oh my god! Oh, this one from Artie.
Oh,
So
I'd forgotten.
a little
Glad.
a little setup for this one. Even before we started the campaign, as soon as we knew stuff about Ritz, we started memeing, and our very good friend Ben Powell, which by the way, buy Dead OS on Steam, amazing game. Ben is such a class clown. Whenever we hang out in Discord, he always brings up this meme of a little guy saying that ladies love him and he has huge muscles. And both me and Artie immediately went, "Oh yeah, this is Ritz right there. This is Ritz." So Artie made a
That's
little
cool. Lower. You got the
animation.
Kova one. If you get a little lower, you got the.
Oh yeah,
the
that's
comments one.
true with the comment. Yeah, so I hope it plays and I hope the audio comes through. Let's
How
see
do
it.
you get so gangster like you? You've got to be it, haven't you? I mean, I've got the muscles. The ladies love me. I've got a big willy. What more could they want? And I've got guns. That's my gangster. Yo.
Yo. I love him.
There's so many good drawings in there that I just want to like take and put as a
Have at
profile
it.
picture or something.
Yeah.
I just
So
love the
good.
implication. Like, if in this alternate universe they have phones, that 100% Kova only has learned chat language from Ritz, which is the reason he says gangster.
Yeah. And Ritz like says shit and he doesn't understand half of what he says himself, but he's so confident about it. The Kobe is immediately like, yeah, I guess Pog?
He's
I don't...
so cool, guys. I swear. Oh my god.
Oh my god. He taught me
Can't
how to do a
believe it.
360 no scope in Fortnite, guys. He's so cool.
Yeah.
So good. Amazing.
It's so on point. The problem is it's too accurate.
Yeah, when it
Look
gets
at
too
this.
accurate, yeah, look at it.
That was one of my favorites. The little pauses. It was like, oh, this is I could put dumb shit in the pauses.
Yeah. Oh, honestly,
like a
this is both
little
Ritz
fish.
and also how Swifty reacts whenever I mentioned like future plans for her backstory. Like this is the pose.
This is what happens whenever V's like, I'm gonna do stuff for your backstory. This is the face that Ritz makes.
Yeah.
So cute.
Amazing. And speaking of Ritz, we have amazing art from Darkbolt. Look at this cutie.
Yes.
Darkbolt.
Yeah, that's also good.
It's your fault,
Fast.
Darkbolt. It's now canonical that he loves bakeries and baked goods.
Yeah, how did that
Yeah.
happen? So, cause I wasn't there when that like deep lore was revealed. Tell me about it.
How did it happen? We were just talking shit on stream, and I guess a croissant must have come up. Darkbolt says it was not my idea. I've forgotten how this happened,
Mm.
but it's too cute an image for it not to be real now.
Yes, now it's just canon.
There's more that Darkfoot did that I've seen on your stream pop up. Oh yeah, he does put them in. Okay, good.
Yes,
Yes.
Ritz does like pastries. Yes, that's true. I didn't mean that kind, but now he does like all pastries.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And this from Messi. Oh, it's so cute.
It's so
It's
adorable.
Tuft. Oh, Tuft.
The way you made Kova's and Tuft's hair look like similar textures and that
Mhm.
both be petted to.
Oh, it's
It's
so
so
good.
cute.
That little Cova face is so
Yes.
funny.
He doesn't know what's happening.
I love Sandra Bert's art.
It's
so
cute.
good.
So soft.
Mwah!
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh,
Oh
so
my
good.
gosh. The colours are like so gorgeous.
Yeah, it's so warm, so inviting. And speaking of more good Darkworld sketches, this is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm,
Ritz
mhm.
doesn't like tea.
Oh,
no.
doesn't he? I see.
I was saying to Artie the other day on stream, you guys don't know how polite Ritz was being by accepting that tea and drinking it.
Oh,
He was in such good behavior,
That's funny.
funny.
trying to make such a good impression. You don't even know.
Very, very good. Amazing. All right. Well, what do we have next? I'm so excited. Another one from Darkworld. Check this out.
Yeah.
It's so dramatic.
Yeah.
This is because we were talking about the aberration, and I think I misspoke or something, and it came out as like a pomberation or something. And so chat decided that there was going to be a Pomeranian abomination that was
Yes.
going to chase the party.
Yes.
It was really funny earlier. I was trying to think of moments like in the first session. I was like, one of my favorite moments. And then for whatever reason, the word aberration hit my head, and then like all I could think about was Ritz singing like aberration, like an ABBA song, like aberration. Here we go again.
Aberration.
Oh, Darkworld says we decided that Ritz can't speak the actual word, not really. So that that is how he would explain it. Ah, I see. I see. Very good.
Ovation.
Like he gets a different word every time that's similar but not the right one.
He does his
Yes.
best. He truly does his best. Yeah. And this one, guys. Guys.
Yeah.
Oh my
Same.
God. So
Peeling
this
banana,
one
yeah.
is from Peeling Bananas on Discord.
Amazing.
Look at this. Look at these shapes. Oh,
Oh my god.
so
Peeling
good.
Bananas art
Stylized,
is like
so good.
Oh,
this is now my background on every device I own.
Yes.
Aw, that's wicked.
the
Yes.
textures, everything. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I
Amazing.
love it.
Yeah.
Very,
Actually
very good.
bananas.
They are also on
Actually
Instagram, so I'll
bananas.
link that for everyone.
Yeah, I followed him.
Very
Yes.
nice.
Yes.
And-
it reminds me of what's the studio that did like Breadwinners and Secret of Kells?
Oh, Cartoon Saloon.
Cartoon Saloon. It reminds me of
Oh.
like Cartoon Saloon and like just like like illustrated manuscripts or illuminated manuscript kind of a style. It's
Yes.
so nice.
It gave
Absolutely.
me such Shin-Chan vibes, like from the shape language of the face, especially.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. God,
Very
it's so
good.
good.
That like
So
wide mouth to the
good.
side. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Love it.
guys, I don't think you're ready for the next one because
Oh.
Robo decided to blow our
Yeah.
socks off by
Mhm.
doing this beautiful rendition of our favorite friend.
Oh, they're
Look at this
glowy.
cutie.
Holy shit, Robo. This is so cool.
It's amazing. Oh, I was like, yeah,
It's terrifying.
obviously the characters are so cute. Everyone's gonna draw the party, yeah, of course. And then this guy has fans apparently.
Yeah, I got the legs.
It's kind of serving.
It kind of does. Look at the nails.
I want to give him a little tickle right under the sternum.
Oh, maybe you should try. Yeah.
It's
Maybe
so
you
interesting
should
because
give it a
it's
go.
I can see the toesies, but it also looks like double jointed legs. It's so
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. Oh,
Uh-oh.
nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
nothing.
Huh?
No, don't worry about
Mm.
it.
Oh.
Oh.
You're having
Huh?
thoughts, hey? I want to
No, don't
know
worry
what
about it.
thoughts you're having.
Toesies thoughts?
Crisscross
Toesies?
applesauce?
Toesies?
Toes-related thoughts?
Drop them toes in chat, King.
Ah, that's so good. All right.
So good.
Oh, we have a new one. Oh my gosh, made right now.
Guess my height.
Guess my height.
Yes,
Yeah. That is so cute.
That is adorable.
Oh my god.
That's the cutest wick I've ever seen.
It's little him boots. It's from him
Yeah.
from Powerpuff Girls.
It feels like this is Wick at like 6 years old.
Yes.
Aww.
Adorable.
Oh my god.
So cute. I love them all. I just love them all. They're so cute.
Mhm.
Chat, thank you so much for all the art. I want to do like a little thing. I want to compile all the art and put them on a collage or something on the BRB screen when we are taking a breaky during the sessions. So that we can show off all the awesome art people made, because this is crazy. There's so much already, and I'm so excited what you guys cook up if you want to make more art. Oh, it's so good. So good.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's
Yeah.
so motivating to.
Yeah.
I mean, not that we need more motivation for this
Yeah.
fucking
Yes.
game,
We
but
have to stop ourselves.
yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, when we were preparing for the campaign, I was having a lot on my plate and a lot of like stresses outside of streaming. But the amount of awesome art that the players themselves were making even before we started the game was really like fueling my my creativity, and I'm like, yeah, this is good. I'm gonna make this work, you know. And now we have both players and chat creating this amazing art. It gives me so much like energy and creative juices. Oh, I'm so excited to bring more episodes to you guys.
So excited too.
Mhm.
I was never expecting that we would get any fan art at all. So any piece we ever get is always like such a incredible, cool thing to see.
It's so cool actively seeing people in chat like being hyped or like being
Yeah.
shocked for moments that are happening. It's like people are actually enjoying like watching us play this dumb little game. Oh.
So good. Git says, you're such cool artists and y'all have attracted so many cool artists to you. You've earned it. Aw, thank you so much. Yeah, it's really, really cool that we're part of such a creative community. And if we can make something that, you know, brings you guys a smile and some creativity and inspiration, I'm all for it. So good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here's a bunch of links for all the artists. I think I've got everyone, but I will keep
Yes.
expanding this list and keep it on hand so we can keep sharing. with
Absolutely,
people.
yeah. So if we make a little collage for the BRB screen, I definitely wanna like see what handle they would want to be used, because we got a credit, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have stuff like a link tree, by all means, feel free to link that.
Yes,
Get you everywhere.
absolutely. All right. Well, does anyone have, including players in chat, any burning questions, anything they want to bring up before we go? Because I think we covered all the basics, but one thing that Robo does as a very good fellow DM is he does stars and wishes, which is basically like what you liked about the session, what you want to see next. We did the things we enjoyed in the beginning. But is there anything that you guys are like excited for the next session or for the next few sessions?
I have to go pee really quick, so I'll be right back.
I'm so excited for that though.
I gotta go back. I'm excited to piss.
Happy this.
Happy
I'm
Yes.
excited to pitch next session.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you did on the
Should
first
should we
one,
wait?
so
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
It's gotta be a tradition.
yeah. Well, while we wait then, we won't delve into too much, but Gerd is asking what is the streaming schedule, so we know. So, currently we are playing the D&D sessions bi-weekly, which means every 2 weeks. So, we played last Friday. That means this Friday it's a little D&D briefing. We're talking about what happened. And then next Friday is the next episode. And for the next little while at least, that's our plan. Yeah, so every other Friday, tis happening. Yeah, that's how we do it currently. So it gives us a little bit of time to rewind. No, not rewind, unwind. And me, like, creating more portraits and art for the next session, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think it's a good schedule.
Yeah, that's good time for us to like watch VODs and update notes as well, because I'm a PlayStation avid note taker now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Nico is asking a very important question. Does Ritz think Kari's forehead marking is a croissant or a moon?
Imagine if he thought it was a croissant.
Honestly, given the fact that even like Wick has licked a box and said, salty, and Ritz's character with a croissant, yeah, I think it would make sense.
She must just really like bakeries.
I mean, that's pretty base of her, to be honest, you know?
Yeah.
Ritz likes bakeries, Kari does. It's perfect. And yeah, Nico is correct. Every Friday there will be content. Next Friday is the campaign, then D&D briefing. Yep, exactly. And Whip says, Red's question, does his neck tattoo actually glow in the dark, or is this just for the silhouette art?
It doesn't glow in the dark, but it does glow at other times. One of which you've seen, and you might discover when it glows in future sessions.
Yeah, it's exciting. Woo.
It's fun.
It's very fun. Yes, very good. All right. Well, are we back? Yippee! So, guys, did you have any questions or plans for the future session?
Plans. I mean, it's hard to tell because I'm not very familiar with the town we're going to yet. But I'm excited to see, because we had like the first meeting, to see how the feelings of each other with our characters are gonna like grow in what direction. If we're gonna be like buddy with each other, or maybe some conflict, or how people are gonna think of each other after like spending more than a day with each other. And the fairies!
The fairies!
Little pixies!
Very exciting.
Yeah. The butter knife, great.
The butter knife. Oh, I can bring that art in as well.
As you should.
Look at her.
She's so cool.
Yeah. I'm excited for the pixies, and I'm excited for just like we're gonna get to the city and there's gonna be so much, and then also like the shopping.
The shopping.
Weekend shopping.
Yeah.
Like I'm mostly like I'm always just excited to put because there's not many people we have to interact with yet, and I'm excited to be put in a place where there's so many people and see how everyone reacts in different ways.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm definitely excited to see how Rich responds in the city environment. And also from the thing of like, you could leave if you want, and reacting to that, seeing what dialogue comes from that. So yeah, very much excited. I also I'm looking forward to spending more time both with Wick Kova, because I haven't actually spent that much time. It's been very, very small moments of like, here's our immediate dialogue because we need to like act, but like no long dialogue to figure out like what's going on with each person.
Yeah, so exciting.
I'm also very excited to get to know the other characters more, because I just love them all so much already, and I want to be able to chat with them more. I especially want to see if I can grab Wick at some point, maybe next session, because I feel like Wick and Ritz kind of got off on the wrong foot a little bit. They didn't have a lot of interaction.
I wonder why.
Oh yeah.
So
I am
exciting.
excited.
Yeah, I have something I'll message you about because I want to look for something in the city because I had
Ooh,
an idea and I
secrets.
wrote it down in the like pretty much straight away. I was like, all right, I'm doing this.
A
Oh my
bakery.
gosh.
Because
Yes, of
bottle.
course. A
Yeah,
bakery.
yeah.
Mhm. Yes,
That'll
very
be-
good. I'm very excited. If you guys have any like specific character things you want to do, always my DMs are always open. And I would love to prepare something cool for you if you have any special wants and needs. Yes, yes.
I don't think we should go to the city. Let's go to Hell Springs instead.
Ah.
We don't have to go back there. We don't have to.
I want to go to Morn, guys.
Yeah.
Listen, the campaign is not called Ballad of Morn, okay? It's not called that. So no.
I don't think you get to decide that.
Oh,
it's like
I
you're
see.
like the DM or something.
It's not like I'm the master of this world, of course. Yes, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I am so excited about the next two sessions. Because like the beginning of the campaign is very clear and very like planned out on my end at least. And the longer it goes on, the less I'm like, I don't fucking know what they're gonna do. I don't know. So it's very exciting to see where you guys wanna take this. Yes. All right. Well, I think we covered most of the things we wanted to talk about.
Oh, we could
V.
just talk for another 3 hours.
Good idea. Weeb says, "Oh, V, one very quick question. What's in the box?" You won't catch me that easily.
Oh,
Shaky.
that was a good one.
expected you to just stop stream after you said that.
Bye. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of streams, we have a rare streamer on this evening, and it's Wintry Sage is streaming Hollow Knight.
Ooh la
Wintry
la!
stream.
Wintry
Yeah.
stream. That's
Oh
very
my
good.
God.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
should definitely go say hi then. So
Right.
guys, I loved hanging out with you. All of the art is amazing, and I'm so very much looking forward to the next session, which is next Friday, our usual stream time. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna start our raid towards Wintry. Say hi, give the smooches to Wintry, and yeah, I'm gonna be streaming next Monday. I will probably make more D&D related portraits for NPCs and such. We'll see. And until then, have a lovely weekend. Bye bye.
Have a great
Bye,
weekend,
Love you, everyone.
Woo! Yeah.
Woo!
What if we skipped ahead a week in time?
D&D